Warren. So head down the Bunbury Speedway back straight the first time. Kyle Francis comes up to get the white flag. Opening lap of 14.202. Jeremy Warren of 14.676. Out of turn number 4, he comes back into the main straight. Lap number 2 complete. It's quicker, 14.158. And Jeremy Warren also goes quicker on lap number 2 of 14.426. Jeremy Warren, first won a feature race in 360s back in the year 2000. Okay, there's a little stat for you. Next two cars getting pushed away, Cody Nash in car number 20 and car number 86 of Corey Hunter. So Cody Nash, he sides concrete, car number 20. Electrician from Gidgee-Gannup heads down the back straight the first time. Comes out of Catalano's corner. Time to beats a 14.158. His opening lap is good enough to go to the top with a 14.018. Meanwhile, the 86 of Corey Hunter goes up to third with a 14.349. Out of pit Spendy comes to lap number 2. And Cody Nash, second lap not as quick as the first, but he's still the quickest on the racetrack. And Corey Hunter also didn't improve. So Cody Nash has the quick time of 14.018. Next group of cars coming out with the 41 of Michael Keane and the 7 of Trent Pigden. Two quick cars here. It's going to be a race to turn 2. Who's going to lead the group? It'll be Michael Keane. And Trent Pigden gets fired away now. So Cody Nash leads Kyle Francis, Corey Hunter and Jeremy Warren. It's Michael Keane starts the time clock on his 2 flying laps in the 360 state title qualifying. Moves down the back straight the first time. Michael Keane comes out of turn number 4. Lap number 1 is good enough to go to the top with us 13.648. 13.648. Meanwhile, Trent Pigden goes to second with a 13.940. Lap number 2 for Michael Keane, not as quick as the first, as Trent Pigden in the Bella Modular Homes entry comes down the main straight. Goes quicker on lap number 2, but not quick enough to depose Michael Keane. Michael Keane, 13.648. Trent Pigden, a 13.876. So both of those drivers into the 13-second bracket. Next cars to be pushed away, the defending champion, car number 45, Aaron Cherkop. He's with Dustin Filgate, car number 31. Good to have your company here at the Bunbury Speedway. Good crowd in attendance. Or if you're watching at home on Real Speedway television. Dustin Filgate hasn't gone away, so this might get aborted this start. Because Aaron Cherkop is going to lap Dustin Filgate. This will be interesting to see how they do this. So Cherkop, opening lap, moves to third with a 13.967. Lap number 2 for Cherkop coming up. Aaron Cherkop stays in second place. Now Filgate is going to get a second lap. Filgate's first lap was a 14.941. Checkered flag coming out from Josh Starling downstairs. Lap number 2 is quicker than the first, but he remains in 8th place with a 14.621. Michael Keane still the quickest car on the racetrack with a 13.648. Trent Picton second quick with 13.876, and Aaron Cherkop is third quick with a 13.967. The next two cars out on the racetrack will be the red 22 of Declan Minchin and the 51 of AJ Nash. So AJ Nash, the first car onto the racetrack. With him is the 22 of Declan Minchin. So AJ Nash starts the time clock. Now Declan Minchin gets his flying laps underway. Lap number 1 for AJ Nash. Where will he land? He'll land in 8th place with a 14.455. Declan Minchin comes out of turn number 4, and his first lap is 10th quick with a 15.001. AJ Nash comes across the strike. He improves up to 6th place with a 14.201. Lap number 2 for Declan Minchin in car number 22 is no quicker than the first. He'll remain in 10th place with a 15.001. Michael Keane remains quick time. 4 cars remain. The next 2 cars out will be car number 95 of Ryan Farrell and the 55 of Luke Mewett. And the last 2 cars will be Joel Ettridge and Tom Callahan. So the time set by Michael Keane is definitely not set in concrete. He leads at the moment with a 13.648 from Trent Picton and Aaron Cherkop. Here comes one of the most decorated drivers in Western Australia, Ryan Farrell, in car number 95. The fabricator from Piara Waters, a 7-time West Australian Sprint Car champion. And with him is the 55 of Luke Mewett. He won this event in 2015 and also won the Australian 360 title in the same year. Ryan Farrell up to third with a 14.092. Luke Mewett to 11th with a 14.967. Ryan Farrell comes out of turn number 4. He's in 5th at the moment, remains 5th with a 14.092. Luke Mewett in car number 55 remains in 11th place. So Michael Keane 13.648, Trent Picton 13.876, Aaron Cherkop 13.967 are the only 3 that have made it into the 13-second bracket. Cody Nash 4th with a 14.018 and Ryan Farrell 5th with a 14.092. The last 2 cars can do something about Michael Keane's time, no doubt about that. The 76 of Joel Ettridge and the 50 of Tom Callahan. Joel Ettridge won here a fortnight ago in a limited sprint car in the Davis Family Derby. Out of Pearson Teeney's and into the back straight. And with him is Tom Callahan. White flag comes out, 1 to go. The Polylink entry of Joel Ettridge. Where does he move to? Geez, well down. 12th place with a 14.69. And Tom Callahan is 10th with a 14.449. Joel Ettridge, lap number 2. Doesn't sound all that flash to me, Joel Ettridge. He's 13th. He's only beaten 1 car. And the 50 of Tom Callahan, his quick lap was on lap number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Your quick time tonight is Michael Keane with a 13.648. And that puts him in a good spot for the West Australian title. Well, a couple fell by the wayside there. Tom Callahan 10th quick. Joel Ettridge was 13th quick with a 14.690. Didn't quite sound on song from our vantage point up here.
Send them straight out now, mate. Send them straight out now.
So the sprint car's going back to the infield.
Heat number 1 and the grid looks like this. Michael Keane off the front with Aaron Cherkop, last year's winner. Ryan Farrell in the second row with AJ Nash. Whoa, that's a front 2 rows that you'd like to watch start this one. Jeremy Warren in the third row and Dustin Fieldgate, and Joel Ettridge will be off the back. We saw what he could do in Bunbury in the limited sprint cars. Will we see a similar?
He didn't have the best of qualifying, so did he?
No, he didn't.
So,
hence the reason he's where he is, I think. But only a field of 7, so that helps him. as we get ready to go green for the first time for our state title for the 360s. 4 heavy hitters to lead us away. And we go green. Aaron Cherkov gets a pretty good start. Michael Keane's in the mix there as well, and he gets up into second, and it's the 95 car of Ryan Farrell back into third. A battle for fourth and fifth is being fought out there. They're going side by side, sliding next to each other, but last year's state title holders got off to a good start. Aaron Cherkov in first, Michael Keane second, third is Ryan Farrell, and AJ Nash has got himself up into fourth position on the track down for Ryan Farrell at the moment. 6 laps to go, just 8 laps to go.
So Aaron Cherkov has a handy buffer over Michael Keane. Ryan Farrell there in third place, and then AJ Nash, Dustin Philgate fifth. And the 76 of Joel Ettridge got a lot of work to do back there in sixth place. Another lap put together by a race leader, Aaron Cherkov. Doesn't have it all to himself though. Michael Keane in second place. So run down the back, straight back then in third place is Ryan Farrell and AJ Nash, but certainly it's a race in 2 out in front.
Yeah, and it's turning out to be a really good race. Aaron Cherkov said during the week that Michael Keane will be a challenger against him, and that is looking like the case in heat number 1 already early tonight. Here comes Michael Keane. He's going to try and get maybe up a little bit higher. He goes out wide, and he goes under. He goes under. Aaron Cherkov gets into first position. Cherkov comes back underneath, heads down the straightaway. They're side by side. There's going to be 2 laps to go, and it's Aaron Cherkov by a nose. Around the Cherkov goes unstuck, coming into turn number 4. So it's
So Michael Keane, great move a lap ago, was able to get the better of Aaron Cherkov. Ryan Farrell closes in on Cherkov now as they head down the back straight. There's a lap to go. White flag comes out. Keane out in front. You can see the back markers. Cherkov, Farrell, Nash, then it's Philgate, Ettridge, Jeremy Warren. Come on, Bunbury, put their hands together. Michael Keane wins heat number 1 and does it brilliantly. Great move. A couple of laps from home, takes the checkered flag. Second is Aaron Cherkov. Ryan Farrell is next. AJ Nash is fourth across the line. Then Dustin Philgate, Joel Ettridge, and Jeremy Warren. Michael Keane wins by 3.56 seconds. He had the quick lap of the race, in fact the only driver to go into the 14-second bracket. It's a 14.986. Michael Keane, your winner from Aaron Cherkov and Ryan Farrell in heat number 1. Cherkov went in hard in turn number 3 to try and get back underneath of Michael Keane with a lap and a half to go, but slid up and lost some momentum. And that is all she wrote. You'll see some cars coming into the infield. The car selected at random to go across the scales. There'll be a random and the winner. So the random in this occasion was AJ Nash. He gets pushed off the scales, and now going onto the scales is the winner, Michael Keane. Needs to meet the minimum weight requirement. And once we've done that, we'll cross down to Jace to chat to Michael, who put in a great move, Jace, with a couple of laps to go to take the lead and take the win. Just to help the people at home, they're going to turn the car around because we've only got the one camera on the roof here, so we can actually see Michael Keane. There he is. Let's go down to Jace.
Very courteous of them.
Yeah, we got everyone working tonight. Heat 1 winner for the WA 360 title, thanks to CJ Plant Hire. Michael Keane, I could see you just move around a little bit. You're sort of playing that one. Move the car around to know where you're actually, if you could catch Cherky, you're actually going to make that move.
Yeah, I knew I probably wasn't going to get the start, and he did what every race car driver should do and cover himself in turn 1. But I've got so much trust in this car. As you know, I've got no brakes, so I knew I had a good car. I do trust it. I trust my whole team, my brother especially, building me safe race cars all the time, that I knew I could just pound to the top there and build some momentum. And Cherky was making mistakes off of 4 a few times in a row, so I lined that move up about 3 laps before then.
Good job, mate. Take it back to the pits. What a fantastic drive straight up for the 360 WA Championship. Thanks to CJ Plant Hire. and West Coast Stabilisers for the sponsored round as well. Guys, we're in for a good one.
We certainly are. Thanks, Jace. As we know. Righto, we're getting ready for a start in heat number 2. The West Australian title for 360s. Your front row is Trent Picton in car number 7. There's those hats being thrown away over there on the back straight. You can tell by the amount of kids chasing the golf buggy. We want you to put those hats on because the photographers will be going around taking photos as well. And also tell you the Speedcars will be throwing out, Speedcar drivers will be throwing out some frisbees a bit later on. You need to keep those frisbees, they'll have numbers on them. And the first 3 across the line, if you've got those numbers, you'll win yourselves a prize pack. So it's another lot of prizes to be given away.
Prizes galore. I think after these lot of heats, if we do have a little bit of a break,
you're going to give some away as well.
Might do some calling down from the fence.
Okay. Just going to yell out. Here we go. Trent Picton on the front row with Cody Nash, Francis Hunter, Callahan Mewett, and Declan Minchin. We're underway. Oh, close start. And Trent Picton leads only just from Cody Nash. Oh, trouble further back. Yellow lights are on. Tom Callahan goes around. And we're yellow. It was an interesting start in the first place. As we have a look on the replay at home, Trent Picton and Cody Nash very close together, and Tom Callahan just spun all by himself. Some good evasive action by the cars behind him, and they all missed him. And we go yellow. Callahan will get pushed away. Callahan was starting out of position 5. He'll now go back to position 7, which will move Declan Minchin up a row. Stuart just congratulating the front 2 cars on a perfect start. Already, Jace, you can see it's getting pretty interesting. Points are crucial in these state titles.
100%, and you could actually see in that start where Picton, actually the 7 car, had to squeeze the 20 a little bit off the start because the track is so different down in turn 4 coming off for the start. So if you're on the outside, you're going to gain that little bit of advantage. It might only be like 20 or 30 metres in the first 80, but by the time you get to turn 1, you're a car length or 2 ahead. So Picton really had to squeeze the 20 on the outside, and that's why it was so critical for him. Even though he did jump the curb, and Drone probably won't be happy with that, he tried to slide job him straight away because he knows that on the bottom of the racetrack it's a little bit slicker, and if you don't get up there and get some drive, you're going to get left behind.
Thanks, Jace. B mains in the West Australian Junior Sedan title about to get underway. They've only got 4 races left at Manjimup. They might not have to turn the lights on over there. So yellow lights flashing, about to go out. Picton and Nash on row number 1. Kyle Francis is on row number 2 with the 86 of Corey Hunter. Here we go with a complete restart. Picton and Nash. Away we go. Nash is going to get the best of it on the outside. Takes the lead. Picton tries to fight back on the inside. Can't do so. Corey Hunter goes up into 3rd place in the 86. And coming through now is Mewett in the 55. Opening lap goes to Nash. 2nd place is Picton. Back in 3rd is Corey Hunter. As they start to spread themselves out, and Cody Nash doing a good job out in front. 2 laps down and 6 to go.
He's moving away as they head in to this last handful of laps here. The heat number 2 of the sprint cars. Spread right out. There is not too much happening, but the closest 2 cars are Minchin and Mewett, who are right up the back. That's Cody Nash, puts another one in the book. So does Picton. Then it goes back to Corey Hunter in 3rd, and then 4th place is Kyle Francis. Nothing really happening at the back. Declan Minchin's going to try and get up into 6th spot. He can't do it. Gets very close to the fence. Back out the front with 4 to go, and it's Cody Nash.
So Nash leads. Picton trying to mow him down to the margins, 1.5 seconds. Back in third place, Corey Hunter, then Kyle Francis. Spread out around the racetrack, really. The margins extended to 1.6 seconds now. So run down the back straight. And race leader Cody Nash this time around will have 2 laps to go in heat number 2 of the West Australian title.
So it's Cody Nash, done all things right so far, and continues. The cars are spread out, very different looking heat to the first here. But Cody Nash is a man on a mission. Trent Pigton, who won this event a couple of years ago, is close, but probably not close enough with a half a lap to go. They head into turns 3 and 4. Trent Pigton has found a little bit of speed, but a little too late, as it is Cody Nash in first. From Trent Pigton in second, back a long way then in third place was Corey Hunter, Kyle Francis, Tom Callahan, Luke Muir and Declan Minchin round out your 7. So a very spread out race in that one for heat number 2, but a great drive from Cody Nash. Trent Pigton, you feel if there was another couple of laps in that, he was starting to find a bit of challenge. So.
He did. He narrowed the margin back to a second in the end. It got out to nearly 2 seconds. So it's Nash, Pigton and Hunter, your top 3, as we complete round number 1. The 81 car of Kyle Francis comes in. He finished 4th, so maybe it's the winner and 4th place that are going to get checked on the scales. So Kyle Francis comes to the scales, and behind him is our winner Cody Nash in car number 20. Is tonight his night? As the second round of racing enters the racetrack, we'll have late models coming up in a moment as we just push Cody Nash onto the scales. Looks like all is good in the hood. Let's go down to Jace with the winner of heat number 2, Cody Nash.
Yes, Heat 2 winner, car number 20 for the Eastside Concrete Contractors. Comes from a big racing family. The Nash name has been known around for a long, long time. Just wait for Cody to get his helmet off so we can have a bit of a chat. Pretty hard to work out there, mate, when I didn't come up and shove a microphone in your face and expect you to talk. Cody, that first restart, you had to squeeze the 7 a little. You got squeezed by the 7 a little bit, sorry. And he got you into 1 with a slide job, but you weren't going to make that same mistake when you went for the restart.
No. Obviously, Trent's like real aggressive, which is like same thing. I'd do the same in his position as well. So I knew, seeing it was a bit slick coming off, that he was going to try and get the top as quick as he can. So I just had to try and get as good of a jump, and I missed it a little bit, and probably was a little bit tentative the first start. And I thought, nah, I'm not letting that happen again. So I just can't thank everybody for coming enough as well. That helps me out. All the sponsors, Eastside Concrete, Midland GWM, Burrell, Rogers Concrete, Andrew Machining Services. The list goes on. It's just a massive effort from a lot of people to let me do this. So I'm super grateful.
Good job, mate. Good start to the night for Eastside Concrete Contractors. Car number 20, Heat 2 winner for the WA 360 title, Cody Nash.
Thanks, Jason Sutton downstairs. Cody Nash in the 20. We'll go back to the infield and we'll have our... Righto, here we go. This is the start lap. Pace car will exit over on the back straight. I'm not sure who's driving the pace car tonight. It's not the official pace car. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough who's driving tonight. All about set to go. 8 laps the journey. Heat 3. We are green. Declan Minchin got a good start on the outside. AJ Nash dives down on the inside. Minchin up high. So move out of turn number 2. That we stay green too. As they move down the back straight, Dustin Philgate comes through. So move out of turn number 4 the first time. Minchin from Philgate. Pigton is up to 3rd. Callahan, Nash, back then to the 81 of Kyle Francis, and Aaron Cherkop is stone motherless last and just doesn't have the speed in the 45 at the moment. Out of turn number 4, the 22 car, Declan Minchin leads this one through. Back in second place, it's Dustin Philgate. Then we go back to Trent Picton and then Tom Callahan.
And he does have a new motor in this car, from what I understand, as Aaron Cherkop, so maybe still some teething issues with that. With Declan Mitchell out in front of the wing, looking really low down on that car. Dustin Philgate, Trent Picton in third. Maybe momentarily. Our race leader has done what everyone else seems to be doing, and trying to hit the fence out of turns 3 and 4. But he holds on, and Declan Mitchell, another race leader might have a good watch tonight. Dustin Philgate still in second with 4 to go.
So Dustin Philgate is having a ding-dong battle with Trent Picton as they come out of turn number 4. This is where the action is for second and third. Picton lines him up, goes to the inside. Philgate gets... into the side of him, up into the wall, and we'll go yellow. Lucky not to go upside down was Dustin Philgate after riding the wheel of Trent Picton. So we've got a replay for those at home. He was committed to the outside, and in she went. And anyone who was here a fortnight ago would have seen several cars go upside down in that area. So the forklift leads the blue tractor on this occasion, though the blue tractor's making great ground on the left-hand side. Dustin Philgate is out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. He's okay. He's walked across the to the infield, left the car behind. And there's Dustin Philgate. Determine who is going to get there first, waiting for the cars to go through.
Trent Picton doesn't seem to have any issues after that, which is good for his run into trying to get a second one in 3 years.
Guys, I got Dustin with me. Mate, it was a slight job sort of going in there, turn 1. You have to be pretty brutal on this racetrack the way it is. Just take us through it, bud.
Yeah, I probably should have backed off a little bit, but I just stayed into it. I thought I'd get around him, but he just lit up a bit quicker than I expected. But we'll see what we can do, try and get back out for the feature, hopefully. Hopefully there's not too much damage. Yeah, thanks to all my sponsors and supporters for getting us out here.
Thanks, mate, for talking to us. No, it's a tough deal sometimes. There you go, guys. A guy that actually said, I should have got out of it. Doesn't happen too often.
Doesn't, but no. I reckon if he sees the replay that we've been seeing, he'll agree with himself on that one. It was just...
He decided to keep the boot into it to go around the outside of Trent Picton, and the fence won. And I can tell you another one who went almighty close to losing to the fence was our leader, Declan Minchin. So we have another look at home in the slow-mo on Real Speedway television. Hopefully the damage is not that great that he can't get it repaired. Definitely needs a new wing, as it looks like the forklift has won on this occasion. The telehandler has got the points, and the blue tractor is retired to the infield. 11. All about set to go with this restart. We've got 3 laps to go. Declan Mitchell will lead around the witch's hat. Trent Picton. Picton goes underneath of Declan Minchin, takes the lead. So head up into turn number 3. Minchin goes precariously close to the wall again. Gets away with it. We've got 2 to go.
There is, and we've got a new leader as well. As Trent Picton heads around, he has split the scene here in this one and having a good run out front. So it's Trent Picton out in front. Then it goes back to Declan Minchin and Kyle Francis in third. Lots of minor positions up for grabs behind there, but the checkered flag is being put out for our race leader. He had the best of the restarts. Trent Picton picks up the win. Declan Minchin in second. Third place, Tom Callahan. Kyle Francis fourth in there, and then back to AJ Nash and Cherkop. 4 and 5 in 4th. 4 and 5 in 5th. 4 and 5 in 6th. 4 and 5 in 7th. 4 and 5 in 8th. 4 and 5 in 9th. 4 and 5 in 10th. 4 and 5 in 11th. 4 and 5 in 12th. 4 and 5 in 13th. 4 and 5 in 14th. 4 and 5 in 15th. 4 and 5 in 16th. 4 and 5 in 17th. 4 and 5 in 18th. 4 and 5 in 19th. 4 and 5 in 20th. 4 and 5 in 21st. 4 and 5 in 22nd. 4 and 5 in 23rd. 4 and 5 in 24th. 4 and 5 in 25th. 4 and 5 in 26th. 4 and 5 in 27th. 4 and 5 in 28th. 4 and 5 in 29th. 4 and 5 in 30th. 4 and 5 in 31st. not having the best of nights. He did say to me during the week that there was something around the motor. I'm pretty sure he said a new motor. That he's obviously coming back for his title defence. Not having the best of nights so far, but there is still a lot to play out in this one. But our race winner for heat number 3, Trent Pigden, in the number 7, having a ding-dong battle out in front there, and that restart certainly helped Trent Pigden out there in the Maxim chassis. And Bella Modular Homes, Ryder Race Engines as well. He's 2 times Chariots of Thunder champion, won a couple of NT titles as well, state title a couple of years ago. Also drives the 410s. Here's Trent Pigden on the scales downstairs. Getting the thumbs up. And we'll go down to Jace. And he'll have a chat to Trent in this one. JC doing all the... Not JC down there. JC's up here.
I don't know if that's in the commentator's job description, but he's doing it anyway.
Man of talents.
Hey, I'm going to get paid 2 Smith's chips tonight and 3 cans of Coke. Don't you worry about that.
Smith's chips, they're nice.
Bella Module, heat number 3 winner, Trent Pigden. With that track the way it is, it's pretty racy, dude. And if you throw a fly job, you've got to commit. You can't half commit to those.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I feel bad for little Dusty. He's a bloody really good kid, and I 100% didn't mean to get him, but trying to be as polite as I could so he knew I was there, but unfortunately ended up in the fence, and it's definitely not what my intention was for sure.
No, he actually said that he should have got out of it, and he took a bit of responsibility, which is really cool for a race car driver that young, learning the sport. The track at the moment's obviously up on the fence. They'll touch it up a little bit. Do you wish it stays up there for the final?
Yeah, mate, to be honest with you, I hope they leave it because nothing against any other drivers, but I say there's only a few that will sail it around the fence, so it'll make it a bit easier, I think.
All right, mate, congratulations. Heat 3 winner, thanks to CJE Plant Hire and the West Coast Stabilisers Series, and a fantastic effort, Trent Pigden.
Yellow lights are out. We're going green this time round.
Michael King was the quickest in qualifying, as we learnt, for our giveaways. And Mandurah now has a Speedway, we also learnt. But
yeah.
That's a whole other...
I don't think the greyhounds would like them running on it. Single lane.
It's Mewett and Ettridge to lead us away. Lights are green. Joel Ettridge gets a pretty good start. Already Michael Keane is trying to dodge through some cars, but didn't have any luck that time around. He just can't get around. He's getting held into that last position. But we look out towards the front, and he's split the scene as Joel Ettridge, just like we saw him a couple of weeks ago here in Bunbury. Once he's up the front, he knows where to go. Luke Mewett back in second. Third place is Cody Nash. Not too much move from the back yet. With Ryan Farrell probably the only one. He's up in fourth, Jason.
Yeah, Nash got a flying start, moved up to third pretty quickly. But our race leader, Joel Ettridge, he's a long way out in front. 2 seconds the good of the rest of them. Led by Luke Mewett, Cody Nash, and behind Cody Nash is Ryan Farrell. They're right up near the wall coming out of Pitts Bend. Our race leader, Joel Ettridge, now leads by 2.5 seconds. He's running right away with this in the 76 as we come to the halfway mark. Got one car up against the wall, gets off the wall. We're still green.
We certainly are. So there's half the journey done, half to be done. One in this one. And that car was Corey Hunter in the 86 that met the fence. Jeremy Warren back in last position. So it's Joel Ettridge a long way out in front with 3 to go. Bit of work to do for Luke Mewett if he wants to make that gap, but there's not much real estate left in this race. Cody Nash in third. Ryan Farrell has got to fourth and has stayed there, but probably in a crossing position with a couple of laps to go.
So they move down the back straight, or Joel Ettridge does. He's 3.5 seconds in front. Good battle for the minors between Mewett, Nash, Farrell and Keane. They're right up near the concrete wall. So white flag has been and gone for our race leader. He's extended the margin of 4 seconds now. It is all Joel Ettridge. Comes out at turn number 4 and he wins again here in Bunbury. Heat number 4 is Joel Ettridge first. Second will go the way of Luke Mewett, just ahead of Cody Nash. out the top half dozen will be Corey Hunter and Jeremy Warren is last to complete the distance. Here's our winner though. Put your hands together for number 76, Joel Ettridge. Wins the final qualifying heat tonight. He defeats Luke Mewett, and third home was Cody Nash. Nash got a flying start, but that was as far as he went. So the 76 of Joel Ettridge wins the final qualifying heat of the night. It's going to make for a very interesting point score and a very interesting final coming up a little bit later on. A little bit of track prep scheduled for us next, and then we'll be into the Michael Holmes Racing Alan Blake Late Model Classic over 30 laps. So the 55 of Mewett has been over the scales. Now Joel Ettridge comes to the scales, and all being well, he'll be talking to Jason just a second as the winner of this particular race.
It's shaping up, guys. Like I'm looking at the field, and I can't pick like a distinctive winner.
There's been 4 different winners.
Yeah, I'm looking so forward to seeing how the grid rolls out for this one. We've got Kirsten putting her under pressure for that one. Scott would already have that ready for us.
Well, I'm down here with the Curtis Electrical Auto Smart Australia car number 76. The guy, if it's got a wing on it, he probably wants to run it. I can tell you what. Now, Joel Ettridge, the key to getting around this racetrack, it looks like, is keeping the car as straight as possible.
Yeah, the track's awesome. Yeah, massive shout out to the whole track crew. That's probably one of the best Bunbury tracks I've raced on. So, yeah, hopefully it widens out a bit more and there's a bit of a couple of lanes, and yeah, the feature's good racing because I reckon I'll be starting from the back somewhere after my early performance in the night. So, yeah, smooth is fast.
When you say you're starting from the back, are you going to take a couple of little risks early on, or are you just going to try to pace it the whole way?
You know racing, you can't plan anything. Yeah, we'll just take it as it comes, and hopefully there's not too much carnage or I'm not involved in any of it. But yeah, we'll just chip away and try and make up a few positions, and I think it's 25 laps, so yeah, hopefully we just up the pointy end towards the end of the race.
Well, win, lose or draw, I know this man will have a beer at the end of the night and start smiling with his crew. They're a good bunch of guys. Congratulations on your heat win. I tell you what, guys, I can't pick a winner. I don't know what you guys are doing up there, but this is going to be a fantastic WA 360 title.
We just questioned, we probably should have got him to ask, he wants the track to widen out a bit further. It's already up against the wall.
I'd say, what, in the pits there?
Yeah, they've already tried that as well tonight.
We just want to take the fence